When the Jews were in the desert, they stood poised to enter the land of Israel. And Hashem said to Moshe, I'm ready, you're ready, the people are ready. Go into Israel, build the Beis HaMikdash, bring Geula, bring Moshiach. And if that would have happened, if the Jews would have entered Israel then, the Moshiach would have come right then and there. And that would have been amazing, life would have been incredible. But instead, Moshe said, wait a second, hold on. It's true that right now the Jews are excited about Israel, are excited about Geula. It's true that right now the Jews are screaming for Israel, they're screaming for Geula, they want it all. But I'm afraid that they don't really care deeply about Geula. They don't really care deeply about Mashiach. The only reason they're so excited, the only reason they're so pumped up, is because I'm so excited, I'm so pumped up. I'm such a charismatic leader, and I'm so passionate and excited about Mashiach, that they can't help but be caught up and swept away by my passion and my excitement. I have such a grand vision, such a grand dream, that they can't help and be excited by my dream. But it's my dream, it's not their dream. It's my passion, it's my excitement, it's not their passion. And to test this, Moshe took 12 Jews, the leaders of each tribe, which essentially represented the entire Jewish people, and he sent them away from himself, he sent them into Israel, and he said, let's see what happened. Let's see what's going to happen. And sure enough, they were away from Moshe for 2 minutes, and suddenly they lost all interest. They lost all interest in Israel, in Moshiach, in Geula. They said, who needs this? Who wants this? All their excitement overnight dissipated. And Moshe was very disappointed to have his worst fears confirmed. And because of that, what happened, and the Jews did not enter Israel, Geula did not come, Moshiach did not come. But the amazing thing is the story of the spies is still unfolding. We are still living that story, because it did not end then. Moshe is still waiting in the desert, and he is still waiting for us, the Jewish people, to want Mashiach, to ask for Mashiach, to demand Mashiach, to get excited about Mashiach. And Moshe says, I am going to stay here. I'm waiting in the desert. I am not going to Israel. I am not bringing Mashiach until the Jewish people, the Jewish tribes, they demand Mashiach. They want Mashiach. They get excited about Mashiach until Mashiach becomes their dream, their vision, their passion. And the exact same thing happened with our Rebbe, with the Lubavitcher Rebbe. From day one, the Rebbe's singular focus, the only thing he cared about, what everything was about, was Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. And anybody who was in the Rebbe's presence, anyone who was by the Rebbe's Farbrengens, couldn't help but be caught up and swept away by the Rebbe's excitement, by the Rebbe's vision, by the Rebbe's dream. And when the Rebbe screamed for Mashiach, everybody in the crowd screamed for Mashiach. But the problem is that the people in the crowd weren't really screaming for Mashiach. It wasn't really their dream, it wasn't their passion. They were living the Rebbe's dream. They were living the Rebbe's passion. They were being swept away by the Rebbe. But the Rebbe wanted that even when people were on their own, people on their own should really come to the realization and really realize and really see the value of Mashiach and really want Mashiach. And because of this, first the Rebbe began the Shluchis campaign, where he sent thousands and thousands of Shluchim away from himself, all across the world, essentially spies to spy out the enemy land, to see this very thing, would it remain true, would it remain real? That even when these people were not with the Rebbe, they were not caught up in the Rebbe's presence, would they still remain true to the vision? Would they still remain true to the mission? Would they still want Mashiach? Would they still want Israel? Would they still want Geula? And then ultimately, Gimmel Tammuz happened, which is the ultimate test for all of us. Do we really care about Geula? Do we really care about Mashiach? Do we really want Mashiach? Are we asking for Mashiach even when the Rebbe is not in our face? And the bottom line is, Moshe is in the desert, the Rebbe is in the desert, and they will not enter Israel. They will not bring Geula. They will not bring Mashiach until we, the Jewish people, get on board, until Geula and Mashiach becomes our dream, our vision, our passion, our desire. So remember that Golus ends with us, and let's bring Mashiach together.